Now this next viral thing I have made on my channel, you guys have seen it everywhere, but I keep getting comments saying, Liz, make some more macrame. So you guys ask and I will answer. Macrame is still really popular right now. The thing I love about it is there's so many different variations that you can do with macrame to really fit your color scheme in your house. What we're gonna be doing for this project, I picked up these set of gold rings at Walmart. I used these to make 3 wreaths in my Walmart DIY. I'll link that for you guys down in the description as well. And we're gonna be using the largest one. I think this set is $4.99. It's over by like their floral section. And we need some yarn. Hold on, I got some yarn for you. All right, so I have a lot of yarn for us to choose from. So where do you buy yarn? Well, I'm obsessed with the fact that Dollar Tree now sells yarn, so you can get it at Dollar Tree. I also pick it up really inexpensive at the thrift store. That's where I get most of it. You usually get them for like $1, $1.50. If you go to Michael's, if you go to Walmart, you're gonna spend more like $4 or $5 for some yarn. So the other thing that I wanna add in, hold on, let me get it. The other thing that we need to add in are some beads. I've never done this on one of my macrame pieces, so we definitely want to add in some beads. So here's my bead container. We could use the large ones, but I'm actually thinking, I have this set that is kind of a variety set. So I'm thinking maybe this size or maybe this size would be good. All right, so next we need to figure out what colors we're gonna use in our macrame piece. Now I definitely was feeling the greens when I picked these out. So I know that I love this yarn. I don't know if these are too similar in color. I think I like these. I like the black, and I love how this one has little pieces of black in it, so that really picks up. So I think we'll go with these 4 yarns. I'm going to start with the oatmeal colored yarn, and I'm just going to cut off long pieces that are the same length. Next, I'm going to create a loop at the top and pull the yarn through. Then I'm going to take the pieces and put them underneath the hoop. Then I will pull them on one side, and then I'll pull them to the other side and pull tight to secure them in place. I'm going to repeat that exact same knot with all my loops. So I created a loop up top, take the pieces, put them underneath, separate the strings. I'll pull one loop through on one side and then push it through on the other side. And I'm just going to repeat this with all of my yarn. I put on about 5 or 6 pieces of the oatmeal colored yarn. And then from there, I went to a darker green color. And I'm gonna use that same length of the oatmeal colored yarn to measure out how long I want my pieces to be. I just try to make them really long because once you're adding in knots and things like this, they can kind of shorten up, and I never want them to be too short. So I'm gonna repeat that same step. You may be able to see it a little bit better when I'm using the darker colors, but it's just a really easy way to secure the knots. Now, to make this one a little bit different, I wanted to add in some beads. After I put in the first green one, I'm going to take the second green one, I'm going to add on some wooden beads. I had to add some Scotch tape to the end of my yarn so that I could fit the beads on. Next, I'm going to secure this the exact same way, pulling it as tight as possible. Now, when you hold this up, you may have to take off a couple of beads if it's kind of drooping down. I did find with the second one, I had to take off a couple of beads, but that's no big deal. After I get the beads on, I'm just going to repeat the same method, adding in my green pieces. Now, once I get the lighter green color on, I'm going to do the same thing with the darker green color. I love macrame because you can really be creative with the color that you use, and it doesn't have to be difficult. Don't be afraid to do macrame if you're scared that you don't know how to do the knots or the knots are too complicated. Just pick one that's really easy, and I think they look just as good as some of the difficult ones. I'm going to finish off the outer edge by putting in this black color. I I think I have all of the strings on that I'm going to add. Now I need to decide where I want to cut this off at. So I think what I'm gonna do is just a straight line across. So I kind of brush through all of the pieces and then I just try to go as straight across as possible. I think this little macrame is really cute with the beads. I love adding in the beads, and I really like doing macrames with circle shapes. So you guys will have to let me know if this was a success or failure for you. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.